At this point, Preston and Danny might as well call it quits. Might as well call it quits. He done walked up on her and Tony. They wasn't doing nothing though. I mean, he was shooting this shot heavily. But other than that, they wasn't doing nothing. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life with Chastity for Tyler Perry Sister, Season 6, Episode 16. Okay, so look, I was rooting for Preston and Danny, but it's over with. It's over with. If it ain't happened all this time, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Might as well cut it loose. Turn them loose. Cut it loose. But yeah, I was about to skip all the way over it. I was about to skip straight to Preston now. But okay, on this episode, Heather gonna tell the cop to arrest Zac. How you get the scariest cop? He's just like, wait a minute, and all that. He didn't do nothing. He ain't do nothing. He ain't arrest nobody. I was just asking y'all. I was like, isn't it possible? I mean, I don't see no news situation like that where one parent takes the child out of another parent's home and they get arrested. But he was like, oh, take it to family court. I said, yeah, he ain't gonna do his job, did they? I don't know. I guess it depends on the severity of the situation. But yeah, Heather was telling the cop to arrest Zac. He tells her basically to take it to family court or whatever, because he was like, didn't you just say that's his father and all that? Heather won't let Michael stay. Then he didn't say file a police report. When Zac said how Michael is being abused and everything, he ain't said file a police report. He was like, just take it to family court and everything. I said, man, get good help. It's hard to find nowadays. Heather won't let Michael stay with Zac because she told my son, basically what sense that make? If he stays with you, why would you give me the money? Why would you I said she got a point though. Of course her money hungry. So I was just asking. I was like, why wouldn't she? Then I was like, oh, the money. The money. But they had put a sneak peek on Instagram, Facebook, not on YouTube, I don't think. But yeah, I had already seen that clip between Heather and Zac. But yeah, she told my son basically she want the money and she gonna be waiting on it. I said, how you gonna try to have this man arrested, then expect some money or whatever? I know situations where they get custody of the child and they still have to pay child support. Well, I won't say custody. They don't have custody, but they the one who actually taking care of the child and they still have to pay child support. I said it like that. I said it wrong. But okay, now Heather won't sign the papers. Remember how she was supposed to sign the papers? I think she's supposed to be getting $2,000 a month. I said, should have known. At first, they was worried about Hayden, and it turns out her girls told my son. I talked to my girls, and they said, you should be paying me more. I said, okay. He should take you to court and get his child from you before it's too late. That's what he should do. Then she gonna over here try to deny that the child being abused. He said it was on his bag. Told him look. He ain't look at the bag. I said, dawg, what type of cop was he? What type of cop? He worse than the cops that on the Oval that scene with Kareem. Them cops came in. They didn't have on no uniform either. I don't think. Tamara comes back and she's over here talking about she just came to get her thing. She trying to see if he done came to his senses yet. Hayden tells Tamara that he thinks it's too soon to be married. He want to take like 6 months to see if they ready. He wanted her to sign a post-nuptial. She was like, no, I don't want us to be worried about things our parents used to worry about. I said, look, she a manipulative. She a manipulative. Or Mr. Brown said she's trying to manipulate him. But then it kind of seemed like she into him. I said, I want to know. We ain't seen no update yet. I want to know if she really into it. I was like, look, at least he ain't messing with Zac and Fatima. I mean, he eavesdropping. But other than that, he ain't going to extreme measure. Now, when he find out what Fatima did, they might plot against these folks. Who knows? But yeah, I said, Hayden must really want love, because he gonna agree. He's like, yeah, okay. I said, Gary done told you. Gary, no, because he be over here manipulating these women and playing these women and stuff. I thought this was gonna be the episode where we seen the pretty fiance, but I guess it's next week's episode. I was waiting on it. I thought the episode gonna end with them going on a date, and then that's when Jordan introduced Andy to Gary, and then his sister. What was his sister's name? I wrote it down. Maurice. Maurice be doing too much. I said, look here. You do too much. Why they write it like that? He be doing way too much. He don't take nothing seriously. I mean, when he tried to turn himself in, I give him that. But yeah, they was on the way to Andy's office and the DA called, and Maurice was talking about how he gonna miss his freedom. But Sabrina gonna hang up on the DA because she's scared and everything. He wants her to come in, so then they agree for them to meet up at Andy's office and everything. And I just was gonna ask, I was like, Andy is a family, ain't she like a divorce attorney? I about to say family attorney. She a divorce attorney. I ain't know you could not switch sides, but fill in. That's what she said. She said, I'm just filling in. I said, you could do that. I did not know that. Karen don't get to the salon or whatever, and Pam was basically telling her she need to leave because she don't want the contractor dude to see her and be interested. I thought this was they was going with it. I thought either he was gonna want Karen or he was gonna want Pam, but he's married. He married. I mean, they ain't never stopped nobody before, but he already rejected Pam. He rejected her. But she told Karen that she liked him and everything. Karen tells Pam that Zac the father of the child. She's like, "You sure?" Why everybody keep asking this girl this? I said, why they keep asking her? Everybody keep asking her, is she sure? Brian reveals that he's married because Karen revealed that Pam like her. He's like, oh, I'm married. And Pam crazy. Pam crazy. He said he married with 7 kids. 7 kids. He said something about they had twins or adopted twins, and then he took on his sister kids or something like that. Took on. I think he said he raising his sister kids. Then she said Brady Bunch. She called him Brady Bunch. This episode, it was kind of boring. It was, I ain't gonna say kind of, it was boring. It was very boring, actually. I don't know, what did y'all think? Did y'all like this episode? Not too much happened, not too much. Maurice, I said he always gotta do too much. He started insulting Andy, calling her out her name, and she was like, I don't like that. And then he proceeds to do it multiple times. And I said, see there? See, that's why. Look, But yeah, he started, and so I said she gonna tell y'all like she did before how you guys bring in that mess. Remember when she told him off, and I told y'all I was like, she over here, she could tell everybody off except Gary. But since then, she has kind of told Gary off. Fatima tells Zac that they shouldn't have went the legal route. Then basically Zac was asking her when did she become the irresponsible one? Because, usually she be trying to talk him. I just said that. I said, look, they don't switch sides. They don't switch roles because Zac more calm and she the one popping off. Fatima and Zac see Hayden and Samantha, and he's like, no, don't you do it, because she felt guilty. I don't know if she wanted to go tell or what, but she felt guilty. And he was like, no, basically he deserved it, and then he gonna be doing something, basically something that make you know that he deserved it sooner or later. And she was like, are you right? I said, she gonna end up telling. If she don't, Tamara gonna tell to get on his good side. Or maybe they might actually be a couple. I said, as long as he ain't bothering them. He seemed like he happy. I'm kind of confused about Tamara because, last time we seen her, she was telling she got off the phone with Fatima and she said she was going to take him for everything he got. And I think Fatima was telling her not to do that. And I said, now we ain't seen her. Maybe she done went and found herself and she going to reveal later that Fatima was the one who got her involved in everything. But since then, I don't feel in love with you. Or is she still trying to play him and get his money? Maurice does what he does best, too much. He went in there talking and, oh, it was me, it wasn't her. He was like, you trying to protect her, ain't you? And he was like, yeah, and it was just me. And Andy was telling him to be quiet. Then the DA was like, yeah, listen to your lawyer. I said, right. So the DA reveals that they dropping charges. The accused he's locked up and he will be standing trial. I said, somebody some evidence done came. You had the evidence. What do you mean? Somebody he gonna say something. I'm guessing he's talking about the people testifying against him. Because I was like, you had the evidence. You said you watched the surveillance. Logan watched the surveillance. Said seen him doing it and still chose to arrest these folks. But yeah, I'm guessing they talking about the 2 guys that snitched on Q. That's got to be what it is. Before the DA leaves, he tells Maurice to be more careful, more mindful of, the company he keeps. And he's like, what you say? He said something. Then they was like, he said, what you say? And then Andy was like, he didn't say nothing. I said, right. He just told you the charge is dropping. You still running your mouth. You need to know when the time to play and when ain't the time to play. So Rita already done got in this situation because then he said he know they boss. He know they boss. And he talked to her. She gonna be calling them about the job. I know they had said, they supposed been working again at the bank for season 7. I mean, how many episodes in this? I think they don't upload the next synopsis to next week. But so far, I think it was 19. But I think it's some more coming. Then they get to the airport or whatever, and they show Danny pulling in. I said, that don't look like the same car. Then the dude was like, Tony was like, when did you get a new car? And she said she had an accident. What happened to the dude, Jonah? I said, look, they be bringing these characters. Jonah probably gonna come back. He probably gonna come back. Who knows at this point? I thought Alonzo was coming back, but he didn't. Tony putting the moves on Danny instead of trying to get her to give him a chance, shooting this shot. I said, okay. For you to know she got somebody and got something going on, and for you still, I don't know. People perspective different on it. What do y'all think? Y'all think if somebody know you in a relationship or engaged or what? It's just like with Paul and Fatima. For Fatima to tell Paul, she with somebody, she's engaged and all that, and him still try to pursue. How you gonna tell her about Zac and you sitting up here trying to pursue her? How different can y'all be? Then Tony, if you know she involved with somebody, you still putting the moves on her. I don't know. Some people feel like if they ain't married, then it's fair game. But yeah, by the end of the episode, Tony and Danny talking about Preston, and he shows up and said, "What about me?" I said, "What you gonna do, Preston? Nothing. Nothing." But yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm gonna drop a video on the trailer that they showed at the end of the episode too, because we gotta talk about Bio over here. But let me know what y'all thought of the episode. Stay tuned for more videos. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, deuces. Have a great night and be safe.